The moment I walked into Mom's funeral reception, I knew something was wrong. My sister Rachel stood by the punch bowl, wearing pearls and that particular smile, the one she reserved for moments when she thought she'd already won. Her husband Marcus stood beside her, nodding along to whatever poison she was pouring into Aunt Linda's ear. They didn't see me yet. Good. I dressed simply. Black suit, no tie, clean shoes. I looked like exactly what I was, a man who'd spent 20 years being told he'd never amount to anything, who'd believed it long enough to disappear. Rachel had made sure everyone knew the story. Her deadbeat brother, the one who couldn't hold a job, the embarrassment, the reason Mom died stressed and disappointed. She'd been telling that story for 2 decades. Today, it would stop. I watched her laugh, that crystalline sound she used at country clubs and charity galas. She'd married money, built a life of appearances, and she'd built it on the foundation of my absence, my silence, my supposed failure. She finally noticed me. The laugh died in her throat. Her eyes narrowed, calculating, measuring, probably deciding whether to acknowledge me at all or let Marcus handle the unpleasantness of my presence. I didn't move, didn't smile, just waited. 3 months ago, Mom had called me. It was the first time in 15 years. Her voice was different, softer, tired in a way that had nothing to do with age. Rachel's been asking about the will, she'd said. No greeting, no small talk. She thinks I'm leaving her everything. I'd said nothing. What was there to say? Rachel had always been the golden child, the successful one, the one who visited, who called, who performed daughterly devotion like a Broadway production. I need to tell you something, Mom continued, about why I let you go. The words hung between us like smoke. Rachel told me things. About you. About money you'd stolen. Lies you told. She had evidence. Or so she said. A pause. A breath that rattled. I believed her. My hand had tightened around the phone. And now? I'd asked. Now I'm dying. And I found her journals. The journals arrived 2 weeks after Mom's death. 5 leather-bound books, spanning 2 decades. Meticulous entries detailing Rachel's carefully constructed campaign to isolate me, to paint me as unstable, unreliable, unworthy. She'd forged bank statements. She'd planted evidence of theft in my apartment before a family gathering. She'd spread rumors to employers, to friends, to anyone who might give me a foothold. All because Mom had once mentioned splitting her estate equally. Rachel couldn't stomach equal. She needed everything. Needed to be the only one who mattered. I'd read every page with the lights off, sitting in my apartment. The modest place I'd built through quiet government work nobody asked about, nobody knew about. Then I'd made a single phone call. To my nephew, Rachel's son, the pilot. The one she'd kept away from me his entire life, feeding him the same lies she'd fed everyone else. The one who'd recently earned his commission. In the Air Force, where I'd spent 20 years. Where I'd become something Rachel never knew about, never bothered to discover. Something she couldn't control or diminish. Colonel. Rachel was mid-sentence when the door opened. Her son walked in, sharp in his dress blues, and the room shifted. She smiled, ready to show him off, ready to bask in his reflected glory. Then he saw me. I watched his eyes widen, recognition, then something else. He crossed the room in 4 strides, came to attention directly in front of me, raised his hand, saluted. Colonel, he said, voice clear and formal. It's an honor, sir. The room didn't just go quiet, it froze. Rachel's face drained of color, her mouth opened, closed, opened again, a fish drowning in air. I returned the salute, steady, precise. At ease, Lieutenant. Sir, He glanced at his mother, then back to me. I wish I'd known sooner, about everything. I'd sent him the journals, all of them, with a single note. Your grandmother wanted you to know the truth. You know now. That's what matters. Rachel found her voice. What is this? Her son looked at her, and I saw it, the same realization I'd had reading those pages, the slow, horrible understanding of who she really was. Mom, he said quietly,
Why didn't you tell me Uncle David was decorated military? Why didn't you tell me he's been serving his country while you told me he was nothing? I reached into my jacket, pulled out an envelope. Mom's will, the real one, the one she'd filed with her attorney 2 weeks before she died, after reading Rachel's journals. I placed it on the table between us. She left you the house, I said to Rachel, calm, cold, and a letter. Rachel's hands shook as she opened it. I knew what it said. Mom had sent me a copy. Rachel, I forgive you, but I cannot reward you. The rest goes to David, not because he needs it, but because he never asked for it. That's the difference between you. The estate? Rachel whispered. Everything else. Investments, accounts, all of it. I buttoned my jacket. I'm donating it to Veteran Services, in Mom's name. Her face twisted. You can't. I already did. I walked toward the door. Behind me, I heard her sob, the sound of someone watching their carefully built empire of lies collapse into dust. Her son didn't follow her. He followed me. Sir, he said outside, I'm sorry for everything, for believing. Don't. I put a hand on his shoulder. You didn't know. She made sure of that. He nodded, swallowed hard. Will I see you again? That depends on you, Lieutenant, not her. I walked to my car, climbed in, and didn't look back. Rachel had spent 20 years making me disappear. Today, I'd let her see exactly what she'd lost, and I'd done it without saying a word she could argue with. The truth had done all the talking. Cold, final, unforgiving, just like she taught me to be.